Welcome back to this video, and let's continue the series of what if the states became independent. We are on part 5. Please like and subscribe. So let's begin. In the last video we saw that Florida made an economic alliance and Michigan, New York and Texas made an alliance to ensure that the states will never unite. So the first thing that will happen is that North Carolina is going to invade Maryland, or what is this? I forgot what is this. We'll just push in, reach DC very quickly, and after reaching DC, it's here and mostly encircle this area. Then it will push even more up and slowly capture the whole thing. After capturing the whole thing, the peace treaty will be signed, which is going to have North Carolina capturing Maryland. Yeah. The next thing that will happen is that this new state will join this pact for safety by New England. Then California decided that they want to take core role on reuniting everything, and they will establish this by making everything outside of California autonomous to show that they are just a lot of states combined. So we see California giving up most of its land except the one that's core to them, and making the states that existed into the other ones. So yeah, that's the new states, and California wants to expand to the whole United States to recreate it. We will see if this system is successful. Next we are going to cover to Illinois, and we will see something interesting happen here, which is going to be Chicago rebelling against Illinois. Weird fashion, the capital going against the state. So the first thing that will happen is that Illinois is going to start Chicago is going to start making advances and slowly capture more and more of Illinois until they have all of the Lake of Michigan, all of the coast that surrounds the Lake of Michigan. So Illinois will not have any more coastline and will have to sue for surrender. In the peace treaty, the Chicago area becomes way more autonomous than it was before. And the next thing that will happen is a bit more complicated. So Wyoming will kind of collapse to a civil war, but a very weird one, to be honest. So we'll have every side of Wyoming just kind of rebelling against the rest of the government. So the state basically collapsed into anarchy. And we see a lot of different areas making a lot of different factions. And it's kinda weird how everything has went. Also there are some pockets of the Wyoming government left, but most of them are very weak. So that's going to happen this war. Let's find out. The Green Rebellion will completely destroy the area that Wyoming held and also destroy this rebellion, wanting to become the original government. In the other side of the state, the golden color, the golden rebellion, is going to mostly clean up their hull. And yeah, basically what happens is that Wyoming is split into two. Then discussions started to happen between the two, which led nowhere. And the interesting thing is that California is going to intervene and suggest to them to both join them for a representation, which very questionably they will do. With this kind of area, while also California decides that it's going to be appropriate to invade Colorado after they sent an ultimatum, which Colorado declined to capture this area. So yeah, Californian troops just swooped in and were able to capture it, but after realizing how weak is the state, they decided to completely invade it into a full-scale invasion, in which they realize that it's going very easy, so they continue forward with their plan of completely capturing the state. After capturing all of the state, they surrender, and let's look at the peace treaty. Just how you thought, they just going to enter the state with autonomous borders. The interesting thing is they are going to keep this area. So yeah, and I think this is going to be one of the last things in the video, because we will see another one. If you remembered in the start of the video, I reminded everybody that Florida had made this economic alliance. So it turned out they made it so they can get the rest of the economies to be dependent on theirs, to be able to annex the states, which they are going to be able to do again and make Florida a superpower once more. Like this. So now the Carolinas see that California is actually huge and they are going to try to unite, but just before they were able, Florida went and invaded South Carolina, capturing most of their former lands within it, and after a great amount of pushback and nearly complete destruction, North Carolina is going to join this war to try to completely destroy Florida. But what they didn't account for is for Florida to completely destroy them too, because it seems like Florida had a huge secret military which they now put into use. New York realizes that Florida is too strong, and they going to make the decision to invade North Carolina, to not let Florida get all of this land. So they started invading Maryland and Delaware, while also going into Virginia. After they got a decent margin, nothing else was left, because the rest of it Florida had gotten. And let's see the border of it. Oh yeah, this is the new border. So anyway, we see Florida disbanding their economic alliance because they have come back. New York is also pretty strong right now, together with their allies, and California is a huge mess, but it might work. We don't really know. The last thing in this video is going to be, actually there are going to be two things. First, we are going to see a union between Missouri and Iowa, and the second one is going to be that Texas is going to invade New Mexico. And we will see that quickly Texian troops are going to flood in and try to completely destroy New Mexico. But just before they were able to completely destroy them, California joined their side and tried to actually capture a bit of Texas, which are going to be successful, and even push back New Mexico. Then Texas realized that the reason New York does this is to try to get New Mexico on their side. So they activate their alliance, but there is a small problem. They cannot really reach them pretty easily, so Texas has to fight this war on their own, at least for now. So yeah, California, realizing that they have a huge advantage, just goes ahead and captures a big amount of Texas, while an Oklahomian revolt takes place. This revolt is kind of all of Oklahoma, so yeah, and we will see them pushing even more into Texas, which is starting to think that they might lose this war. But just before they collapsed, they were able to get Idaho in their side, which wasn't a huge win, but it was enough to get California to get pushed out. And after they got pushed out enough, they decided that this isn't worth to fight this war, and the peace treaty is going to happen. In this peace treaty, Texas is going to lose Oklahoma and a bit of New Mexican land. Idaho is going to get some of northern Nevada, while California is going to annex New Mexico and even kinda puppet Oklahoma. Oklahoma State is kind of weird right now. They are kind in the union, but kinda not in the union. So yeah, it's kinda very weird. They want kind of a bit independent and kind of join California, so it's weird. But yeah, this was a video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you next time. Bye.